Let's stand up for warm-up exercises. Stand with your feet comfortably apart. Bring a bit of firmness into your lower body. Interlock your fingers. Push the palms out for shoulder exercise. Right away with Bhastrika, we exhale and then we begin. Inhale up, exhale down the arms. Inhale, exhale. Tummy out, tummy in. Wake up your abdomen. And last one, we bring up the arms again. Maybe you stand a little wider for side to side. We start with inhalation to the right. Exhale in center and then inhale right, exhale left. Inhale, exhale. Tummy out, tummy in your own pace. Make sure, even though your body moves side to side, your abdomen moves out and in. Maybe a little bit tension in the glutes so your lower back is stable. And then come back to center. Next round we inhale to the left, exhale, and then inhale left, exhale right. And then back to center. Bring the hands behind your head for Zamba. Feet more apart, the knees soft, and swinging the hips side to side. We start with inhalation to the right. Exhale and begin. Right, left, inhale, exhale. Nice soft swing from side to side. Elbows, upper body is quite not moving, but the hips are moving. And back to center. Exhale. And we begin to the left. Inhale, right exhale. Left inhale. And last one. Come to center. Then tilt your pelvis so your butt is sticking out. That's our starting point. And inhalation will be the tuck. So exhale here and then tuck, inhale, tilt, exhale. Tuck, tilt, inhale, exhale. Your pace, again being soft in the knees. Yes, and neutral. Then we start with the tuck, and the tilt will be the inhale. Exhale, and then tilt, inhale, tuck, exhale. And last one. We cross the legs for standing leg stretch. Hands are still interlocked anyway. Bring them up in the air and let the index finger point out and toes more or less in one line if that's possible. Feet don't need to be together. Exhale, bend down, and first of all just reach here in your forward bend. And if you want to bounce with the breathing, you can bounce. If your hands are on the floor, grab your elbows. Exhale. And begin, Bhastrika. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Always 8 to 10 maybe. And then last exhalation. Inhale, forward and up. And changing the left foot so the leg is in front. And exhale, go down. Let your head hang, maybe grab your elbows. Exhale and begin Bhastrika. Inhale, exhale. And you can bounce with your inhalation coming up and your exhalation pulling down, squeezing the abdomen in for a good massage in the lower abdomen. Yes. And last exhalation. Inhale, stretch forward. And exhale, release your arms. Release your legs to sitting for flying hair, and please open your hair if you wish to. Hook your hands into that mudra of union. Sit straight, have a good seat. Shoulders relaxed and arms about shoulder high with a little pull, so you can really pull the elbow back. We start with inhalation to the right, so exhale in center, and then inhale right, exhale left. Inhale, exhale. Try again to move your tummy strongly. Keep the eyes maybe a little open when you tend to get dizzy, and then come back to center. Stop the breathing. You can change the hook of your hands, hook them the other way around, and you can also change the crossing of your feet, so the other one is on top. We start with inhalation to the left, exhale, and begin. Inhale left, exhale right. Your pace. And last one, coming back to center. Bring your hands to your knees. Take a moment to stop any dizziness. And then we do the sitting cat just with a normal breath and opening the chest with our inhalation, extending the spine, and then exhale, roll in. And you can start just following your own breath. Exhalation into the round back and inhalation into the open chest and the back bend. Just as in a cat on all fours, but you're sitting. And then you can come to neutral and grab your big toes from under your knees with your index finger and thumb, and all the toes with the rest of the fingers. And we do one round of sitting cat with Bhastrika. So try again to keep your head fairly still and the movement between shoulders and pelvis. So the spine is moving, but not the cervical spine so much. You can keep your arms fairly straight if that helps. And then we exhale here and we begin the movement. Inhale, exhale. Extension, flexion of the spine. And the movement, when you do it fast, will not be in such a big range of motion, but with a little speed. Yes. Super. And last one. Then we do the third variation. You hold onto your toes, and this time we take a deep inhale and retain the breath. Hypertension, just don't inhale fully. Take an exhale, then inhale, deeply hold the breath and do as many movements as you can with that retention. Whenever the exhalation comes, just stop and relax. And then we are ready for our first asana. Warm-ups are over. So you can stretch out your right leg for Janu Asana. Bring the left knee in and take it out to the side. Inhale, reach up with your arms, and exhale, bend forward. Grab your right big toe with your right hand if you can. Hold, left hand on top. And if you want, you can again bounce down and up for increasing the massaging effect in your lower abdomen. We start together. You can point your foot forward if you want to do the bouncing, so your foot can guide you in the movement. We exhale, and then we begin. Bhastrika, inhale, exhale, little up, down. And strong movement of the abdomen is more important than the bouncing, so if it's difficult to coordinate both, rather just use your abdomen. That's fine, perfectly fine. And then exhale and stay down. Inhale deeply for circulation. hold, bring the tip of the tongue to the upper palate and concentrate on the tip of the nose. Do Mula Bandha. And now change the concentration to the right ovary or testes prostate and exhale slowly. We do a second round. Exhale one more time and begin. Inhale, exhale. Bouncing if you wish. For sure moving your abdomen. And last one, staying down. Inhale deeply, retain, tongue to the palate, concentration on the tip of the nose, Mula Bandha. And again, right ovary and exhale. Inhale, stretch forward, come up. Exhale, release your arms, and then change the sides with your legs. Left leg is straight, right knee is bent. And for circulation, when I say ovary, the men just think testes, prostate. Okay, stretch up and exhale, bend forward and down. Grab your foot with your left hand first now and right hand on top. Point the foot forward if you want to do the bouncing. Exhale and begin. Inhale, exhale. And coordinate the movement with the breathing. You can choose to breathe slower or faster. And exhale, stay, and inhale deeply, hold, tongue to the palate, focus on the tip of the nose, and Mula Bandha. Change concentration to the left ovary, and exhale. Continue breathing. We do a second round. You can take another exhale, point your foot, and begin. Inhale, exhale. And last exhalation, stay. Inhale deeply. Point the tip of the tongue to the palate. Concentrate on the tip of the nose and do Mula Bandha. And change concentration to left ovary and exhale. And then inhale, stretch forward and up. Exhale, release your arms. Bring your right knee up. So first variation, you just hug your knee very close to your chest, to the center of your chest. Try to bring it in as close as possible, and we keep facing forward but hugging the knee really close. And we do Bhastrika here. So you exhale and begin. Inhale, exhale. Last exhalation. Inhale, hold, tongue to the palate, focus on the tip of the nose and do the Mula Bandha. And then change concentration to the right ovary or testes, prostate. Exhale. And you can visualize like a waterfall of prana, of light flowing down into the gland. And then change your foot, maybe a little bit away from you so it can cross over to the outside of the knee. And now you grab it with your left arm. So you come into the twist. Bring the right hand behind you. You can look over your right shoulder behind you. Bring the thigh close to the abdomen, also here. And then exhale and start Bhastrika. Inhale, exhale. Last exhalation. Inhale deeply. Hold. Tip of the tongue on the palate. Focus on the tip of the nose. Do the Mula Bandha. And again, change concentration to the right ovary and exhale. And visualize that beautiful light flowing down, nourishing the ovary. Juicy, happy ovary. Dancing ovary. And then slowly release your posture, and we change the side. So first variation was just the foot staying on the inside of the right leg, and you hug it very closely to the center of your chest as much as you can. Like really take the knee in your hands and keep it close. And then we start Bhastrika, exhale and begin. Inhale, exhale. Last exhalation, inhale for retention, tip of the tongue on the palate, focus on tip of the nose, mula bandha, and change concentration to testes, prostate or left ovary, and exhale. And then bring the foot over to the outside, ready for the twist. Hold the knee with your right hand and twist to the left side. Look over your left shoulder. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. Exhale and begin. Inhale, exhale. Last exhalation. Inhale. Tip of the tongue on the palate, focus on the tip of the nose, mula bandha. Change concentration to left ovary and exhale. And then slowly come back to center and come onto your knees for Maha asana. So the knees together and the feet apart behind you. And we need Brahma Mudra, so we tuck the thumb into the fist and the knuckles behind your ears. And we just do a few movements coming into the flow. So we pretend to sit to the left heel and bring the right elbow down, and then sit to the right heel and bring the left elbow down, push the hips forward and push the hips back. And the range of motion doesn't have to be so big. It's more about getting up some speed. Really move, turning, using all these muscles that run through your pelvis. Really good for the circulation here. And then we try one round with retention. So come back to neutral. Take a deep inhale, hold the breath, and then do as many rounds as you can with the retention. And whenever the breath comes out, you don't need to force it too much. Just stop and come into child's pose. That's where we meet. You can keep your arms in front of you or bring them back. However you can relax for a few breaths. Maybe feeling into the effects already of your practice, where there's a rich blood supply and then all that oxygen floating around in your bloodstream, nourishing your tissues. And then we are ready for the pigeon variation, and we want to bring the right knee forward to rest the abdomen on the right thigh and bring the left leg back. And you sit on your right heel with your right buttock. Stabilize yourself however you need. If you can, stretch your both arms out parallel in front of you with a little bit of a pull, and also all the fingers in one hand, like together. And then we do Bhastrika. You exhale and begin. Inhale, exhale. And of course, when you have knee pain in your right knee here, you would turn onto your back. So that's a wonderful variation. And then last exhalation, take a deep inhale, hold, tongue to the palate, focus on the tip of the nose. Change the concentration to the right ovary and exhale slowly. And then bring the hands back so you can prop yourself up and change sides. Bring the left knee forward, right leg back. Sitting on your left heel with your left buttock. Stretching your arms out in front of you as you can. Exhale and begin. Inhale, exhale. Strong movement in your abdomen. And last exhalation, inhale deeply, hold the breath, tip of the tongue on the palate, focus on the tip of the nose, Mula Bandha, and change concentration to the left ovary or testes, prostate, and exhale slowly. And then bring your hands back to come up and into Supta Vajrasana variation on your back. You need cushions to prop up your hips. So lie down on your back, bring your feet onto the mat, lift your hips so you can pull the pile of cushions underneath your buttocks more than underneath your back. So it's really the hips that are lifted, and it's kind of you're presenting your ovaries on a wonderful plate. That's the highest point of your body. Should be fine in that lower back. And you can cross your feet here and stretch your arms back. You can interlock your fingers and push the palms back if that's okay for your shoulders, or just have your arms here. So you increase that stretchy feeling on the front side of your body. And then we do Bhastrika. So you exhale and begin. Inhale, exhale. And last exhalation. Inhale, hold the breath, bring the tongue to the palate, focus on the tip of your nose, Mula Bandha. And now, to both ovaries. Exhale. It's like filling the whole bowl of your pelvis with prana, nourishing all the organs here. And you can release a little bit the pull of your arms for another inhalation. And then exhale, stretch your arms back and pull the abdomen in. Do one Uddiyana Bandha. Really tugging on those structures in your lower belly. And when you have to inhale, relax your arms. Take a deep, full inhalation. And then if you can still hold the legs in that position, rub your hands. If it's too uncomfortable in your hips or your knees, just stretch your legs out to the front. Rub, 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 36 times. Energize your hands and then place them on top of your groins. Like visualize your ovaries, your organs in your pelvis dancing under your hands, full of energy, juicy and alive and kicking. And then slowly release and bring your feet onto the mat so you can raise your hips a little to pull out all the cushions. And we move on to the waves of beauty or prana waves. Now circulating the energy into the head, face, skin, hair, brain, eyes, ears. You can always choose. I will suggest one thing always, but whatever you feel you want to circulate to, just have that in your own mind. Bring your knees in, hug your knees, variation 1, wave 1. Relax your shoulders, relax your ankles, relax your face, and then exhale and begin Bhastrika. Inhale, exhale. And last exhalation. Inhale, hold, bring the tongue to the palate, focus on the tip of the nose, Mula Bandha, and then change the concentration to skin and hair. Exhale. Bring your feet down and bring your wrists under your pelvic bone so you have a nice massage of these reflexology areas for your reproductive system. And then stretch the right leg out in front of you, a little bit in the air above the floor, left knee close to your abdomen, and we will change both legs with each inhalation and exhalation. Exhale here and Bhastrika, begin. Inhale, change, exhale, change. Push and pull. Trying to make it like a straight pushing forward and pulling back at the same time. Yes. And last one. Keep the knees close to your abdomen if you can, otherwise bring them onto the floor. Inhale, hold breath, tongue on the palate, focus on the tip of the nose. And then circulation, concentrate on your eyes maybe. Beautiful, shining, sharp visioned eyes, lovely eyes, shining eyes. And then stretch the left leg out. So that's the starting point. Exhale and begin. Inhale, change, exhale, change. And last one, knees close to your chest. Inhale, hold, tip of the tongue on the palate, focus on tip of the nose, and change the concentration to your ears, maybe your inner ears, organs of hearing and balance, flushing them with prana. And the last wave, kicking your buttock, bring the legs up into the air, and with each inhalation, one leg like flies down, and with the exhalation, the other one. So bending the knees alternately. Exhale and begin. Inhale, kick, exhale, kick. Try to do at least 15 and only kick as fast as your breath can, be in control. And then when you're ready, bring the knees into your chest and inhale again. Hold, tongue on the palate and focus on the tip of your nose and Mula Bandha strong. And then change concentration maybe to your whole brain and exhale. And see the brain lighting up, each brain cell. And then slowly bring your feet down. And we all together at the same time take out our hands. You can lean your knees onto each other. And feel the wrists of the hands after the massage, maybe tingling or any sensation you can feel here. And we use that for our yoga nidra, for balancing the ovaries, represented by the wrists and the thyroid. So you can imagine that you're inhaling through your left hand and you feel your wrist and up your left arm into your throat, to your thyroid. And then focus on the right fingertips and exhale And as if the breath would flow out through your right arm and purify all the nadis. And you can inhale through your right hand, feel your wrist and up your arm into your throat. And then feel the left fingertips and exhale, visualizing the breath purifying the nadis, the energy channels. You can also visualize light coming in with your inhalation into your left wrist and it shines, and up your arm and the thyroid shines. And then focus on the right fingertips and feel the light flowing down, flushing through, removing all blockages, maybe like a white smoke coming out of your right fingertips. And inhaling light here, and the right wrist is shining, and the thyroid gland shines, lights up, and feeling the left hand, you exhale, and the prana flows through, light through all the nadis, removing all the blockages into the left. Do another 2 rounds on your own. And if there's any issue somewhere on this way, like in your wrist, or you have some shoulder issue, or just focus on that area being purified, being nourished by the prana that moves through. Healing yourself. Body has such enormous self-healing capacities. Really trusting in that. And when you're done, you could stretch out your legs, then I know who has completed. Take a deep breath, just relax for a moment. Just feeling the effects. With these, so side to side visualizations bring the brain into balance and have an effect on the nervous system. And then we are ready for our thyroid exercises. So we come up with the feet onto the mat again for Vilomasana or Setu Bandhasana, kriya, bridge, moving bridge. So have the feet in a comfortable place. If you can grab your ankle joints, that's fine. If that's uncomfortable in your knees or doesn't give you enough room to move, just keep the arms besides the body, palms facing down, and make sure your chin is tucked so you get the massage for the thyroid. In case you have a hyper-functioning thyroid, just take it easy. You can do the movement, that's perfect, but when we do the strong bastrika and circulation of energy, please just hold the posture and release anytime you wish. So we do 5 movements, inhaling, slowly bringing the hips up, the lower back, the middle back, trying to lift the chest towards the chin, and then 1 vertebra at a time with exhalation, rolling down and enjoying the movement in the spine. You can also visualize a gentle massage for your adrenals under the lower ribs. Here are the glands for the stress hormones, so you can give them a little bit of your attention as the back is moving. And then let's all come up one more time to hold the posture. Again, if you can hold your ankles, fine. Otherwise, you could interlock your fingers to bring the shoulder blades a little more close together. You could also just have your arms parallel underneath your body, so they give you good support. And then exhale, and for Bhastrika, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Try to keep the hips stable and move your abdomen. And last exhalation, inhale and hold the breath. Bring the tongue to the palate and focus on the tip of the nose. Do Mula Bandha. And then change the concentration to your thyroid in your throat and exhale. And then whatever you need to do with your hands, so you can roll down, do that in between your arms. And just lean the knees into each other. Relax your arms, and we do one more, just circulation here. So you inhale, hold the breath, bring the tongue to the upper palate, and focus on the tip of the nose, Mula Bandha. And then again to the thyroid gland, exhale, and maybe you visualize a beautiful light around your thyroid gland. Like a cloud of light and embracing the thyroid, rotating around the thyroid, nourishing. And then please stretch out your legs. Keep the legs together and the arms along your body with your hands on the sides of your thigh. And bring the toes towards your face, and you can also spread your toes a little bit. And then roll your head to the right. Looking to the right side. And now it's time for Ujjayi breath. So you constrict your throat a little bit and do 3 times Ujjayi with your inhalation and with your exhalation. So the throat starts to vibrate. Again, hyper-functioning thyroid would skip the Ujjayi and the circulation of energy. And then after 3 breaths, you just normally inhale and hold the breath for the circulation of energy with the tip of the tongue on the palate. Focus on the tip of the nose, Mula Bandha, and then again, attention to your thyroid to exhale. And then slowly change the side, look towards the left side. And again, 3 Ujjayis. Try to expand your rib cage, use your chest for breathing here in Ujjayi. Feel the ribs lifting and then pulling in again. And then after 3 times Ujjayi, in and out, normal inhalation for circulating the energy, tip of the tongue on the palate, focus on the nose, and changing concentration to the thyroid, maybe with the visualization of the beautiful light around the thyroid, you exhale. Nourishing your thyroid gland. So important for the whole metabolism of the whole system. And then bring it back to center. And if you can, prop yourself up onto your elbows for the hanging fish, the fish variation of Hormone Yoga. Bring the head back if that's possible, or just find any other variation that's fine for your neck. And then 3 Ujjayis. And after 3, normal inhalation, and then circulate the energy again to the thyroid gland. Do it in your own time. Guide yourself. When you're ready, lie down again. Last one, your hands are again on the sides of your thighs, your toes tucked in and spread out. And now you lift your head so your chin rests on your chest as much as you can. If it's at any time too much, bring the hands behind your head. And then 3 times Ujjayi. Again, trying to use your chest for breathing. And make the throat vibrate. That's the massage for the thyroid gland here. When you have done your 3 breaths, you could change your hands behind your head if you want and do your circulation of energy. Guide yourself through the steps. And when you're done, rest your head back down onto the mat and release your arms. And then turn over to one side to sit up for balancing the thyroid with the exercise using the 3 bandhas. So sit comfortably. You could sit in Vajrasana on your heels. You can also sit in a cross-legged position. The spine straight as much as possible, shoulders relaxed, face relaxed. And then take the tip of the tongue to the palate and inhale to bring your chin down to your chest for Jalandhara Bandha. Pull in Mula Bandha. And then bring the awareness up your spine towards your throat and exhale, releasing the tongue and maybe Mula Bandha only in the end, and the head goes back. When the lungs are empty, you pull in the abdomen for Udhyana Bandha. You can even push a little bit with your hands, lean yourself forward. And then release the abdomen, tongue on the palate, bring the chin down again, inhale. Pull in Mula Bandha. Move the awareness up to your throat and exhale, bringing the head back, focusing on your thyroid. And then at the end of exhalation, Udhyana Bandha, draw your abdomen in, suck it in. And release. Inhale, tongue on the palate, chin down, Jalandhara Bandha. Mula Bandha. Exhale, focusing on your throat, bring your head back. And with empty lungs, to Udhyana Bandha. Abdomen in. Release your abdomen. Inhale. Tongue on the palate. Bring chin to the chest. Jalandhara Bandha. Pull in Mula Bandha. And feel your throat. Exhale. Bring your head slowly back. And then Udhyana Bandha. Draw your abdomen in. Release. And inhale, tongue on the palate, bring chin to Jalandhara, Mula Bandha. Moving your awareness up to your throat, exhale, bring the head slowly back. And with empty lungs, Udhyana Bandha. And then try to do 2 or 3 more rounds, guiding yourself, applying the tongue, then the chin lock, then Mula Bandha, and then when the head is back and the lungs are empty, the 3rd bandha, Udhyana Bandha. Move in a pace that allows you to be comfortable. And then after your next exhalation, bring the head back to neutral and come to an end. Remembering that this exercise can be done at any time, so you could do just 10 in the morning, maybe before or after any other practice, or just by itself, or in the evening, whenever you feel it's a good thing to do balancing for the thyroid gland. And then you lie down on your back, and we have one more asana for circulation of energy to the ovaries or testes. So we do the Surya Bhedana, and we start to bring the right foot under the left thigh and the left foot on top of the right knee. Bring your arms back and stretch back. Your left hand holds your right wrist, so that's the long side where the knee is pointing forward. So you grab your right wrist and pull the arm back on the reflexology area on your wrist. Wonderful. And then you take your left middle finger and close your left nostril. And we do Bhastrika just through the right nostril, the Surya nadi nostril. So you exhale and you begin Bhastrika. Inhale, exhale through your right nostril. Left one closed with your middle finger, the fire finger. And last one. And bring your hand back. Take it to stretch your right side again. Grab your right wrist. And then inhale for circulation. Hold the breath. Tongue on the palate. Focus on the tip of the nose. And Mula Bandha. And change concentration to the right ovary again. Exhale. One more flush down of prana towards ovary, testes, prostate. Exhale and release the elbows a little bit. And then inhale one more time here. And exhaling, stretch back again really strongly and pull in the abdomen for Uddiyana Bandha. Create that sucking sensation in your lower abdomen. And when you feel you need to inhale, release the arms a little and inhale into a relaxed tummy. And then release and change the sides. Bring your left foot under your right hip, right foot on your left knee. Arms are back. Now the left side is the long side, so grab your left wrist with your right hand and pull. So you're long on your left side. Then take the right hand and the middle finger crosses over to the left nostril so we can breathe through the right. You exhale and then begin. Inhale, exhale through your right nostril. And last exhalation, bring your hand back and pull on your left wrist. Inhale, hold, bring the tongue to the palate, focus on the tip of the nose, Mula Bandha, and change the concentration to the left ovary and slowly exhale. Relax your elbows, inhale deeply, and then exhale and again pull strongly to the back and suck the abdomen in for Uddiyana Bandha. With empty lungs. And when you feel the inhalation coming, relax your arms a little and breathe into a relaxed abdomen, a big breath here. And then release your posture and get ready for the last asana, Viparita Karani. If you can come up with your hips, holding your hips with your hands, that's great. If you want to use cushions, that's also perfect. So in any case, try to bring your hips a little higher than your shoulders and your heart. If you hold Viparita with your hands, try to bring your lower back into a little bit of a back bend to rest your hips into your hands. And bring your thumbs around to push in under your pelvic bone for a little extra massage. And we do the variation pedaling the feet, the ankle joint. So you point one foot up and flex the other in. And we start here with Bhastrika. You exhale and begin. Inhale, exhale, always changing the position of the feet. Pumping your calf muscles. Pumping the blood back from the veins to the center of the body. And then relax your ankles, last exhalation, and inhale. If you want to bring the knees down to the forehead, that's fine. And retain, bring the tongue to the palate. Focus on the tip of the nose. Mula bandha. Change the concentration now to the pituitary gland. And exhale. In the center of your brain, it lives. Then we do swimming frog. You can place the feet together and the knees out. It's a dynamic diamond, also called. When you inhale, the legs will shoot up, and when you exhale, you pull the knees back down again. Soles of the feet stay more or less together. Exhale here, and then begin. Inhale, stretch, exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale. With strong Bhastrika. Happy frog family, swimming down to the bottom of the well. And then keep the knees bent. Last exhalation. Inhale, hold. Tongue on the palate. Focus on the tip of the nose. Do Mula Bandha. And exhale to pituitary gland in the center of your head. Like a bright star on the night sky. Let it shine. And then bring the legs out into a V shape. Let's do earthquake of the pelvic floor. So try to keep the pelvic floor completely relaxed. And then with a strong Bhastrika, you will shake it from the inside, like give it a push with every exhalation. So you inhale, exhale, and begin. Inhale, exhale. Relaxing the pelvic floor. And shaking your pelvic floor through the pressure of the breath. And then last exhalation. Inhale. Hold. Tip of the tongue on the palate. Concentrate on the tip of the nose. Do Mula Bandha. Now feel the tension in the pelvic floor. Suck it in. And then change to the center of your brain, pituitary, and exhale. And then, if you want to take a break for your wrists, you just come out for a moment, or you can bring your knees again to your forehead. So the goal would be to come up to 5 minutes staying in this position. So if you can come back, that'd be great, or otherwise just use cushions so your hips are high. And we do the windshield wiper. So we open the legs again, and then we will cross with every exhalation, one leg in front of the other. Inhale and begin. Exhale, cross, inhale, open. Exhale, cross, inhale, open. Your pace, it can be fast. It doesn't have to be so super wide, but there should be a lot of movement. And then last exhalation, cross the ankles and inhale. Tip of the tongue on the palate. Focus on the tip of the nose and do the Mula Bandha. And then again to the pituitary, or if you want to the thyroid, also in this position is possible. Exhale. Uncross your ankles. Now place your right foot on top of your left knee And then bring that straight knee down and right knee somewhere towards near your face or your chest. We do another round of Bhastrika. Exhale and begin. Inhale, exhale. Last exhalation. Inhale. Tongue on the palate. Focus on the nose. And pituitary, the queen in your head. Exhale. Make her shine. She's the boss. And then change sides. Straighten the other leg and bring the left foot under the right knee. Bring it down behind you. Exhale and begin. Inhale, exhale. Last exhalation. Inhale to hold. Tongue on the palate. Focus on the nose. Change the concentration to the center of your brain and exhale. You can also think of the pineal gland once. Make her shine, the small gland responsible for your good biorhythms. And then, last one, stretch your legs up. And we just do the incontinence exercise for the pelvic floor. So you inhale and you try to tense your anal sphincter and your rectus muscles and the perineum and the vagina muscles if you have them and the urethra, and hold it and count to 5. Really feel the sucking in of the pelvic floor. And then release from front to back, exhaling. Start with the urethra, vagina, perineum, and the anal sphincter, rectum muscles. And then do it one more time. Start with the rectum and the anal sphincter and the perineum and the vagina. Suck it in and the urethra. Hold to 5. And then release from front, urethra and vagina muscles, perineum and anal sphincter, rectum muscles. Slowly bring your hands down onto your mat and with control roll yourself out. Having done all the practices, all the dynamic parts of the sequence, we move into Yoga Nidra. And you find a place for your body to really relax. And we start again with palming the ovaries, so you can take your hands and rub them one more time. Rub, 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 rub. And then place them either on your ovaries, or if you have another place where you feel energy, prana, healing is needed, balance is needed, you can also put it there, on your throat, on your head, on your shoulder, wherever. Giving yourself some loving care here. Prana. So we start by taking a few breaths. To settle into the relaxation pose. Feel if you're really comfortable, if you need any changes in your posture, so you're really able to allow the body to rest for the next 15 minutes. Body has nothing to do. Allow the weight of your body to sink into the mat, into the ground. Letting go of all the tension in your system. The long exhalation. Feel your body relax. Legs, arms, your back, your head sinking down. And then allowing your breath to flow just by itself, bring your awareness to your left foot, visualizing a beautiful light floating over your left toes. And with your next inhalation that just happens naturally, the light is drawn into your toes. It sinks down and penetrates into your foot. And then it starts to flow up your leg into your left knee, it shines. The left ovary, it shines. And up to the throat, the thyroid shines. And the pituitary in the center of your brain shines. And exhaling here, the light expands, radiates out. And as you inhale, you draw it into one single bright point of light. And then feel down towards your right toes and fingertips. And exhale and feel the light flowing down like a waterfall, purifying all the nadis, maybe pushing out any impurities or blockages. And the whole nadis are filled with light. And then there's another light, like a star, a ball of light floating on top of your right toes. And as the inhalation comes, it starts to sink in and flow up the leg to the right knee, right ovary, through the chest into the throat lights up, and the center of the head, pituitary, lights up. And with an exhalation, the light spreads out, comes so wide, infinitely wide. And as you inhale, you draw it into one bright point. And then feel down to the toes and fingertips of the left side, and exhale. Let the light flush down, flood all the nadis, pushing out all impurities like white smoke coming out of your toes and fingertips. And we do another round. As you inhale, light into the left foot, coming up to the knee. The ovary shines, the thyroid shines, the center of your head shines. Exhaling, it spreads out, expands infinitely wide. Inhale, you pull it into one bright point of light. And then as you exhale, it flows down the right side, again to the thyroid, the breast, the ovary, the right knee, and out. The right side shines, all the nadis being filled with light. And then you inhale through the right foot, the light comes in and flows up to the knee, shines, the ovary shines, the breast, the thyroid shines, and the pituitary in the middle of the head shines. As you exhale, it becomes so wide, the light expands. Inhaling, you pull it into one bright point, and then exhaling, it flows down your left side, the thyroid, the breast, the ovary, the knee, everything shines down to the foot. The whole left side, all the nadis being filled with beautiful light. And then bringing your awareness up again to your forehead, feeling the forehead very soft, relaxed. And now the light floats above your forehead. And for balancing the two poles, you can bring your feet onto your mat, your knees up and the knees leaning into each other. And when you're ready, you visualize the light over your forehead, slowly, slowly sinking in, penetrating your skin and then flooding your head. Your head is filled with light. And as you exhale, it spreads out into all directions. And as you inhale, you pull it to the center of your head into a bright point of light. And then change the concentration down to the root, the perineum, the lower pelvis. And exhale, visualizing your Sushumna nadi in your spine being flushed with light. You can even visualize again white smoke coming out of your perineum, like all the impurities, blockages from the nadis are flushed out. And then the light shines here. As you exhale from your root, the light expands. And as you inhale, you draw it into one bright point of light. Bring the awareness up to the center of your head, your Agnya chakra, and exhale and feel the light flowing up through your spine into your head. And then our exhale, the light expands. And with inhalation, again, you draw it into one bright point. And then bring the concentration down to the root. And again, exhale, visualizing the light flowing down the Sushumna nadi into the lower pelvis. Another exhalation. Here the light expands into all directions, a strong light. And inhaling, you pull it together into one bright point, and now vertebra by vertebra, let it flow up with your exhalation. Vertebrae shine, and the next one shines, and the next one shines. And you continue breathing and just visualize one vertebra after the next, lighting up into beautiful colors. Light shining from each vertebra. Shining, and shining, shining. One by one coming up, reaching your neck, and then back into the center of your head. You can visualize the light pulsating here. Expanding and contracting. And slowly, slowly, Yoga Nidra comes to an end. And you begin to feel your physical form again. Breathe a little deeper. Feel the body touching the floor. And slowly start to wiggle your toes and your fingers, your feet and your hands start to move. Maybe you rotate your ankles and your wrists, waking up your body. Slowly starting to stretch. Do the movements that help you and feel good. Bring your body back to a sitting position. Slowly, slowly turn to one side and no rush. Preparing for pranayama. Sitting comfortably, any cross-legged or other position. We bring the hands into a closed Jnani mudra, bringing the index finger down to the root of the thumb and the thumb on top of the index finger. And we take a few rounds of calming pranayama. Starting to count the breath. On the inhalation, maybe Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6. Inhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3. Exhale, Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, Om 6. Continuing in your own pace, exhaling twice as long as you inhale, without any strain. You can also count 2 and 4. Or if your breath is very slow this morning, 4 and 8. It's not about reaching to a certain length of breath. It's an exercise to calm your mind and breathe very relaxed and effortless. Feeling your mind become quiet with every round, a little bit more peaceful. Just keeping your mind very, very closely attached to your breathing. They are moving together. You're like in a dance. And then maybe taking that count into Chandra Anuloma, you can release your right mudra and take the thumb to close your right nostril. And maybe use the same count, or just feel the breath as it is able to flow in and out of your left nostril, stimulating your Chandra nadi, Ida nadi, the cooling, the balancing, nourishing energy of your body. If you wish, you can visualize a crescent moon over your right eyebrow and cool nectar dripping down from it as you're breathing. Nectar of life, nectar of peace, nectar of immortality, they say. Connecting us with our true nature. That is beyond birth and death. After your next exhalation, gently drop your hand again into the closed Jnani Mudra. And then with these mudras in your hand, stretch your arms out in front of you for a Soham anti-stress exercise. Keep the right arm pointing up and the left arm pointing down, the palms facing up into the sky. We will chant a higher So, the arms are still, and a longer hum and lower hum, and As long as the hum is vibrating, we move the arms, changing their place very, very slowly. Let's start together. So hum. Inhale. So hum. Leaving time for the inhalation. So hum. Inhale. So hum. So hum. Palms facing up. So hum. So hum. So hum. So So hum. One last one. So hum. And relaxing your hands and arms on your thighs. Taking a moment to feel the effects, the changes in your system. Taking a deep inhale for Om. Join your hands in front of your heart. Loka samastai sukhino bhavantu. Loka samastai sukhino bhavantu. Loka samastai sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Bolo Satguru Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you, everybody.